AnimeSecrets.org, the answer to all your burning questions.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Anime Secrets E3Cast. Here we have today me, Nikki.
Me, Rizwan.
Me, Anthony.
Me, Kara.
And me, Ellie.
Maybe Anthony needs another intro, too.
Yeah. I do.
You know what? You guys know me from Animated Declassified. You know Anthony from there and Kara. Nikki you've seen from a couple of convention reviews, and then Ellie is brand new.
Hi.
So,
Yay, Ellie
yes.
joining us.
One of us.
Sounds so enthusiastic as you say that.
Anyway, this is going to be our talk on the Microsoft EA E3 thing.
The E3 conference for Microsoft?
Yes.
Okay.
No, Microsoft EA thing.
Wait, did Microsoft finally buy EA? Because that has not made the headlines yet.
Wait, what?
So anyway,
I was thinking it's gone.
Do y'all want? Who wants to talk about something first?
Alright, well, I'll start off, I guess, and we'll get the ball rolling from that. So, every year, as we know, Microsoft, Nintendo, and Sony have a competition among the fans and the media about who is truly king of the hill, as you may say. And, by many people's speculations over the last couple of years, Microsoft has been dropping the ball a lot. Most notably, I think 2 or 3 years ago, I'm not quite certain when this happened because I don't keep track of E3 as well as I should be. But Microsoft has been known to actually do things like talk about Xbox Live for like the entire conference, and that's it. I'm actually excited with this year because this year they actually talk about video games and not like their subscription service. So I was pretty excited about that. Like we actually got cool games that look pretty cool, and then we also got like news that just made everyone go nuts.
And definitely. And I think like from my like watching of last year's E3 event, which I try to watch every year, by the way, it seems like Microsoft has really learned from being trumped by Sony last year, in my opinion.
And the year before.
To make it more about the games and less about what they're going to be doing, like tying in with being a glorified cable box or the Xbox Live deal. So it's good to see some games actually being showcased more this year. So I'm glad to see that at least. I'm not a personal like Microsoft fan. I don't own an Xbox One or anything, but it's actually really good that they're paying more attention to the actual game part of a game console than other features this year. So that's just my 2 cents.
Hey Nikki, you're a Microsoft fan. Why don't you talk?
I was gonna say, well, Microsoft, one of their heading things this year at E3 was that they really listened to the fans this year, and I feel like they really did. I mean, look at the games they pretty much like are featuring during E3, like Fallout, ReCore, Halo, the new Minecraft HoloLens mix, the Rare Replay, backwards compatibility, and the Tomb Raider, Rise of the Raider, and like all these games. Oh, the Tom Clancy series as well. All these games that they're showcasing is really just saying, look at me, look how big I am, and y'all better bow down. Instead of going like, oh yeah, this is my new Xbox One. You could play cable, you could do this, you could do that.
God, I want to kill myself that year.
We don't really have that many games except for like Sunset Overdrive
and Halo.
And Rise, Son of Rome. I remember that.
Yeah. But like the only thing that stood out to me last year about them was the Xbox exclusive Sunset Overdrive,
which I really, really want to play.
Oh,
really
it's
bad.
amazing. It's amazing, I promise. Promised land.
I don't know. Like for me, I've never been into the Xbox Microsoft Bandcamp. Partly because for me the controller has never felt natural in my hand. But secondly, and I think more importantly, most of the games have never truly appealed to me in the way that maybe Nintendo or Sony have.
Yeah,
The only thing that really interest me was Halo and well, this year Recore, but we'll get to that later on. Like, I'm actually kind of excited about Halo 5 this year. I'm not gonna lie. The graphics were freaking beautiful. Like, oh my god, beautiful.
I think it's just because of Nathan Fillion.
What?
I think you're only excited because Nathan Fillion.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, he's one of the voice actors and the face model for one of the Spartans. You didn't notice that?
No, wait. Yes, I do now. Okay.
Yeah.
Isn't he the guy who did Uncharted 2?
He's from Firefly.
Yeah.
He's a fan favorite for like acting and things like that. He was also in Destiny. He was one of the characters in Destiny.
Oh wait, no, it was. I'm thinking of a different. Yeah, no. And he also did Captain Hammer. Was it Captain Hammer?
Yeah.
And Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog.
Yeah.
Love that movie. I did not know that he was in Halo 5. That's
I didn't notice.
Interesting.
Actually, he was one of the original face. Like, I think he was one of the original face characters for like one of the original Halos too, and they just brought him back because he's doing the same Spartan. My fiance is actually a bigger Microsoft fan than I am because I'm actually a new recent Xbox fan because I was always classic Nintendo. And on the same talk of the controllers, I found the Xbox One controller really felt like my GameCube controller, which I grew up with. I grew up playing on my GameCube and having that controller and having the N64 controller in my hands. So with that, the Xbox One really felt natural, especially with the special, like the NES, Super NES. I guess, controller. Like, it matched the smallness of the Super NES, but it had, like, the feel of the GameCube controller, to me.
I still can't get comfortable with the Xbox controller at all.
I can't either. I feel much more comfortable holding the DualShock 4, mostly because I grew up playing PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2 and Sega Genesis and those games. So I'm more comfortable with that style of controller. I mean, I played a little GameCube growing up and a little N64, but not much. I'm kind of a late Nintendo person. I mean, I had a Game Boy and stuff, but I never really had a Nintendo console until I was like way older, which I'm still catching up on the classics. But I love Nintendo now, and I'm a Sony fangirl for life. Like, I love Sony too, so I'm more used to holding those controllers than the Xbox One controller myself. So, I mean, I did have an Xbox 360 for a while, but I really never played it. I mean, there weren't any games that really I identified with that much. Even now, I'm getting more, like, I'm just starting to get into more, like, games like Uncharted and Destiny and Halo and things like that, like shooters and action games. I was more of a JRPG girl when I was younger, so I'm still learning those kind of games myself. So yeah, I think the only game I really loved that I would love to replay again on Xbox was Fable. Like, the Fable 2 was my jam. I played that all the time.
Hey, guess what?
What up?
You can play the new Fable game this year then.
The Fable Legends game, the free-to-play.
What is it coming out for Xbox?
Yeah, no, but I think it's Xbox only.
Oh,
if I recall.
I can't afford another console. I already have a PS4 and a Wii U.
No.
It's free to play though.
Yeah, it's free to play, so just get it, and it's free to play.
It's actually cross-platform with Windows 10 and the Xbox One. So whatever you get on Windows 10 on Fable Legends, you can actually transfer your items to the Xbox One game.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So it's one of the few cross-platform games I've seen in a while. So.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still not sold on an Xbox One personally, but. Yeah.
And with that, we can go about the cross-compatibility of the Fallout 4 and their new mods.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You can make mods on your Fallout 4 on your PC, and they'll transfer over to your Xbox One.
That made the modder and me so happy, except I'm not really a modder, but I want to pretend to be one now.
Um, no, I mean that's really exciting for people who do that, and that's really exciting for players because then, I don't know, I'm really big on modding like a lot of my games because that's just how I play. Um,
Hey, look at this folder of all 1,000 mods I have for Skyrim.
Look at
Hey,
this.
Left 4 Dead with lightsabers. Never
I was
forget.
my Left 4 Dead Teletubby killing. Okay,
I remember
that
that. That was interesting.
that's the
Okay
best.
then.
There's
Okay then.
there's zombie. It makes the game 10 times less scary. And I also have like a smoker Yoshi. I have Diddy Kong as my jockey. Um,
Oh my lord.
my hunter. I have Michael Jackson noises on him.
Why
Like he's
would
the
you?
Assassin's Creed dude.
Why would you do that to poor
Why
Yoshi and
not?
Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong? Why?
Because I needed the game to be less scary. Oh, and the Kool-Aid Man's the tank. And whenever
Oh my god.
whenever the tank comes out, it's like I came in like a wrecking ball. And
Wow.
I'm kind of scared for you now, Nikki.
um and whenever there's an incoming horde, you hear
So,
So
bottom line here, having Fallout 4 with PC mods transferred to the Xbox leads to crazy scenarios like what Nikki just described.
well, that's for Left 4 Dead.
Right, but see, the
But
same idea can translate into this.
yeah, let if someone gives me all those type of mods in Fallout 4, I will love you. Please, please, somehow incorporate all my mods into Fallout 4 for me, please,
See,
because I'm gonna be buying the game. I promise you.
I see the beauty of mods, but I personally like to play games vanilla. I'm kind of a purist in that sense.
That's
Like
still
I can see why people make mods, and I've seen videos of mods that are really, really funny, and I laugh, and I'd be like, oh yeah, I would totally do that. But then at the end of the day, I just go back and play the regular game because I just love what the creators make so much that I just want to see, like, feel their product as much as I can before adding my own things into it.
Well,
Just my 2 cents.
yeah, I mean, for me, it more depends on the game because I will mod The Sims to like there
Oh
and
my
back
god.
because of just how many glitches they keep in that game, and you kind of need to you kind
Yeah.
of need to mod it for it to be even playable.
I remember modding The Sims 2 and making Naruto characters and things like that. So yeah,
uh,
Sasuke and Itachi love forever.
oh
Oh
my
god.
better than Ass and Yu-Gi-Oh guy.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
His name is Yami Yugi, okay? It's Yami Yugi and Yugi ship, okay?
We'll fill you in later on, Nikki.
Can I
Okay.
just say though that I'm really excited for Fallout 4, and this is coming from someone new to the Fallout franchise.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it looks amazing, and you get to play as a girl. I'm so
Yeah.
excited.
Okay, as girls in this community, can we, like, do we all agree that it's really great to have a female protag? Because growing up, I grew up with games where you could not play a female protag, like, ever, except for, like, Pokemon's, like, Crystal was, like, the
Crystal's
only thing I could
fun.
have a female protag in.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it
Like,
was
I'm
really disheartening growing up.
super stoked for it, and it's probably going to be my first Fallout game. I did play a little bit of the second one. I think it was on the PS2 with a friend, but I think this is going to be my first dedicated one.
Yeah, like, I've never played Fallout before. And
neither.
this trailer and all the new stuff that came with it is really making me want to play this
See,
game.
I've ever since Left 4 Dead, I've been more and more into like a zombie apocalypse kind of gaming mode, and I feel like this kind of fit, even though it's not exactly zombie apocalypse. It's kind of still like desolate, like holy crap, the world's not in a good spot right now kind of thing.
Yeah, the humans are some humans mutated with the radiation, and that's what you're fighting is like monsters and weird things that were mutated.
Human humans, basically.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been excited by Fallout 4 ever since like 2 weeks ago when it first came out, like the announcement.
Whenever I
Good.
you
Hmm?
you go.
I actually was watching the announcement that early morning when it came out, and I was like, holy crap, this game actually looks pretty cool.
I'm just excited for Dodge.
Yeah.
The Doge.
One thing
Okay.
before we move on to like another game,
Mhm.
before we hit on like we kind of hit on customization of like mods and all that.
Okay, hold on. There's one more customization thing about Fallout 4. You get to make a doghouse.
Yes.
Gosh.
Wow.
I love it when dogs are in games.
Gosh. I'm so glad we are all on track with. We are so happy for the Doge.
Poor Dodes.
Nah, but for real, man, that's like
Now,
when I heard about that, I was like, oh yeah, boy.
can I trade can I change the breed of dog, because it would be pretty awesome to have a corgi in my game since I have a corgi in
Would
real
you name
life.
it Tyrion Lannister?
Yes, I would after my
Okay.
dog.
If we're able to name the dog, I'm naming mine Doge. Sorry, not sorry. His name is Doge.
Nerd.
Nerd
I am
alert. Nerd
I am a
alert.
person that goes on to doesthedogdie.com to see if a movie has a dog that dies.
Me too. Me too. But
I didn't know that was a thing.
whoever called me a nerd, you're sitting here talking about an E3 conference. You need a reality check.
You clearly
me.
don't get the joke.
No, I
Fight
get
me.
it. That's the joke too, is that we all need a reality check.
Fight me, Nikki. Fight
Not
in
me.
real life.
Okay, so talking about dogs, we could talk about the electronic dog in Recore.
Yeah, we could. That's actually a good idea. That or we could talk about the other thing, but we'll wait on that.
We'll talk about the electronic dog, because electronic Dodge is the best. Okay?
Alright then. We'll do it.
Oh, and it's by Mega Man's co-creator and some of the people who helped make Metroid Prime. So that's
Yeah.
really interesting.
And it's another female pro tag. Like, I think it's only
Yay.
female pro tag, which is the best.
Actually, it's a female protag that has all her clothes on. It's not skimpy.
Holy shit.
Like, have y'all seen the pictures of it?
No,
Hold
not
on.
yet.
I can show y'all, because I screenshotted all of it, because I'm cosplaying it. I have to. It's in my life.
But yeah, I'm sitting there watching this, and the ordered trailers for E3 for Microsoft was Halo 5 and then Recore. So I'm already kind of on the high from the beautiful animation from Halo 5. And then I see Recore, I'm like,
Like,
like, that would be one of the only games that I would ever entertain the reason of buying an Xbox One. Sorry, Nikki.
it's okay. I was gonna say the only reason why I bought the Xbox One was because of Halo. Like, I knew Halo 5 was coming out, so I just bought it because I wanted the Halo 5
Yeah.
right whenever it came out.
See, for
So-
me, I have friends who have the Xbox. I can go play Halo 5 at their house.
Yeah.
Like you, but
Gosh,
other
she's
people too.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I love her cloak and her eyes and her
She's
face
beautiful.
look really pretty. It's
Wait.
really gorgeous.
It
Oh,
is.
were you looking at her from my Facebook page?
I found a website called The Verge that was reporting on. There's some pictures.
Oh, the Verge's pretty cool with that stuff.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm looking at for all the like big announcements.
I
To
just put
cover
up-
the cap.
I just put up 24 pictures of her. 'Cause,
Oh my
you know,
gosh,
cosplay ref.
I am not downloading them.
Liar. But no, I really do like the fact that there's a female protag who's pretty badass, but doesn't have to wear like the skimpy bikinis to get the attention.
Basically.
You
as a
mean
female-
designed by a guy?
I think
Probably
so.
hasn't gotten laid.
As a female, I'm really glad to see this game because you can, like, okay, I love Lara Croft, I really do, but let's be honest, it's really nice to see like a BA female protag that isn't there for male gaze.
Oh well, you're gonna love what's in store that Sony announced. Just play.
Good.
Not gonna say any more because it's for another time, but
Yeah.
Good.
you're gonna love the announcement Sony had.
Like, because the thing is, I grew up, like we all said, we, as females, we grew up without real good game female protags. And now seeing that there's so many, like, now up and coming customizational females, or even just female protags only, is great because it allows like the girls younger than us and us the ability to play as our own gender, and it's more I feel like it makes us a more accepting community as a gaming community in general, because it's finally allowing the concept of, oh yeah, girls play our video games.
And speaking from a guy's perspective, and Anthony, I may be speaking for your behalf too here, I don't know, but I'm actually excited for like the female characters coming out, like the ones like in Recore, because these characters have been sorely lacking for like the last 30 years.
Yeah, I completely understand.
Like, I mean, yeah, we get Lara Croft, like you said earlier, but she's kind of like more.
Well,
male
She follows
gaze.
the
Yeah.
facade of.
She's like the eye candy. Is that
She was originally created for male gaze, but I feel the reboot kind of added more depth to her.
Originally she was not. It was after an accident of them enlarging her breasts that that stuck, and
that she became eye candy.
Yeah, that's
But-
how she is portrayed now.
But the reboot added more depth to her character and allowed you to relate more to her, and she's not really
They made her
posing for the camera for anybody or anything like that. She's just a girl that's on an adventure.
She is like dirty as hell in the first game. Like, you're like, wow, like she's the new like shit. No, I mean not mean to cuss or anything, but that's the way to describe it.
Wow.
I was gonna say the new reboot for really just they really make her a lot more relatable.
Yeah.
I have to say. So since we're on the topic of Lara Croft, let's go with Tomb Raider.
I will say one thing, and then I'm gonna be quiet for the rest of this part.
What?
Icy Death Trap. Why?
I will have one comment. Microsoft, why did you steal Lara from Sony? Why?
Because we liked her.
Well, I don't.
Because they're evil.
Lara is so well. It's a timed exclusive. They're going to get it first for a little while, and then PS4 will get it. But for me, I'm a little wounded because I grew up playing with Lara on PlayStation for a long time, and Lara has been kind of PlayStation's baby. So it kind of makes me a little sad that not everyone can't play it at the same time. You know, that when it comes out. So that's all I'm going to say about it. I'm just sad that I'm not going to have Lara in my life for a little while. I'll just go and replay the reboot on my PlayStation 4.
Or you can go play Recore, like everyone else.
But it's coming out for
that's,
Xbox.
Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, I'm our house. We're probably not going to have an Xbox because we already have like 2 consoles already. The Wii U and the PS4, and I can't really justify buying a third console to play like 3 games on it. So
yeah.
Splatoon.
I know. I play that game nonstop, and Witcher 3 nonstop.
But yeah, Tomb Raider. Hear anything else?
I was gonna say, Tomb Raider has always been to me a big PlayStation Sony thing, because they had Tomb Raider and Uncharted. So I really feel like Microsoft is stepping up their game, saying, yo, we're not just all first-person shooters anymore. We're like Tomb Raider. We're like other games that I can't name right now, because
they don't exist.
Because they really kind of just don't exist, besides like Minecraft and Tomb Raider, and like Fable and stuff, and Witcher,
and Cuphead,
like Bloodborne and Dark Souls. Oh, that's another thing, Dark Souls 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that like EA conference though? It was some other conference.
It was Ubisoft, I think, because I remember seeing it.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it's in here too.
What?
It was definitely Microsoft as well.
Oh, okay. So
I think pigs will fly when a Microsoft conference has a JRPG as one of their headlining upcoming games, instead of it being like a side note in a separate conference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pigs will fly then. They're not
Yeah.
quite expanding their player base yet, but they're trying to get there.
Yeah.
To be fair, they did announce earlier in the year that they were, I think it was earlier this year or at the end of last year, that they were trying to get more RPGs on their console. But most of these RPGs are going to be cross-console, unfortunately, like the Final Fantasy license, for example. That's finally up. So you'll see Kingdom Hearts and the newer Final Fantasy games on both consoles. Final Fantasy VII, for example, is going to
Yay.
start on PS4 as a limited time exclusive, and then it'll be moved to the other ones. So, but the problem is that they really need more like exclusive RPGs, like what they did for Lost Odyssey for the 360. But that was like almost their only good like RPG game.
Lost
that was
Odyssey was a
exclusive.
masterpiece. I loved
was-
that game.
What was Eternal Sonata? Was that at Cross?
I think it was only
It was on the PS3.
Okay, I was
Yeah.
gonna say because it's on Xbox 360 and they had that, and I really loved it, and it was a good JRPG.
yeah.
Like I really loved it.
Yeah, you're not
But-
going to see games like Omega Quintet or Hyperdimension Neptunia or things like that. You're probably not going to see them coming to Xbox anytime soon, just because of the player base that's currently playing on Xbox right
Well,
now, or what they
I-
perceive to be.
I've played
Yeah.
a lot of Japanese fighting games on the Xbox because there are a lot of indie ones that are like indie dev, and I went go play those, and I bought them as indie devs are best. But does anyone want to talk about the Rare Replay? You know, the new Xbox gamings where, you know, they have a lot of old titles that you can go now and just replay on the Xbox One
It was
with
like
everything.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yeah, no, not Crash Bandicoot. That's
Banjo
made by
Kazooie.
Naughty-
There
yeah.
you go.
I love Banjo
Crash
Kazooie.
Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot was made by Naughty Dog.
There you go.
Yes, they're a PlayStation baby.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're a PlayStation baby.
But
Um,
I find it actually kind of interesting that the Rare Replay there that they have was a smart move, but I also find it kind of funny that that was kind of decided when Yooka-Laylee
Ukulele.
did like surprisingly well on Kickstarter. So
Yeah.
At the same time, these were mostly games that were featured on the Nintendo 64, so it's a little interesting to see them get picked up and put on a rival to Nintendo's console. I mean, they own Rare now, and they've been making Banjo games for a while now. I won't comment on the quality of those, but they've been making Banjo games for a while now. But it's like games that people remember playing as a kid on the Nintendo,
Hey,
and
guys.
they'll probably be a little strange for them.
Yeah.
Hey guys, they got Battletoads.
They got
Yeah.
Battletoads.
Battletoads.
Finally, no more calls at GameStop about if we have fucking Battletoads.
Okay.
Now we can call GameStop and say, "Do you have Battletoads?"
They could say yes,
They can finally say yes.
Actually, funny story.
and they won't list it for $1 million on their website.
We have actually called a GameStop before years ago, and we asked them, "Do y'all have the PlayStation 360U in stock?" Because we needed to play Battletoads. And we got the best response ever of just them trolling us back about how they have that and also like some other obscure game that nobody knows about nowadays. Like, I think it's some play on the Game of Conquer's Bad Fur Day. I think that's what they're trying to like reference, but I don't remember.
So,
That'd be kind of
And-
funny.
while we're on that topic of old gaming and Xbox's backwards compatibility,
Hey, guess what? Xbox is not completely backwards compatible.
not completely.
Not completely.
It's gonna
100
start off
games.
with the
Yes.
yeah. It's going to start with 100 games, and then it's going to continually add more. And I think it's mainly because they're trying to make the Xbox One work the old game engines.
Yeah.
So they're going to be trying to slowly get the Xbox One used to that.
Well, it isn't so much getting used to it as it's more like a language barrier.
Yeah, but some people who don't know coding and
Mhm.
don't know that Xboxes, run on computer code and stuff.
Well, the biggest problem with the modern conception of people with backwards compatibility. I know we're talking about Microsoft here, but I'm going to deviate for 1 second to talk about Sony,
Yeah,
because that's a lot easier for me to explain it there, because I actually know all the hardware for that.
yeah.
So, when they did PlayStation 1 and 2, they both had the same chipset for the processor. So, having the same architecture underlaying the hardware made it really easy for developers to go back and say, okay, well, we have PS2 on here, but we can also support PS1 because we have the exact same hardware, with just a few more bells and whistles to support all the new things that PS2 did. However, when the PS3 came along, they tried for a little while to support everything from PS1 and 2, which is why they have some of the 60 gig PS3s, which I have one of. But after a while, it became really, really costly to maintain, putting in two separate pieces of hardware, one for emulating just PS2 and PS1, but then having hardware to support like PS3 games. So Sony made the move, and I think they made the right move to, in that case, only do PS3 games on the PS3. Because it was a nightmare otherwise to try and do it.
Yeah. But I feel like Microsoft really made a big step because a lot of their old people were sticking to the 360 because they were like, well, it's not backwards compatible and all the newer games come out for the 360 anyway.
Yeah.
So, but I knew like a lot of the newer games like Halo 5 and stuff are going to be Xbox One exclusive. So I just bought it faster so then I just wouldn't have to buy it in the long run.
Right.
Well, now you can play your 360 games again.
Exactly.
You can
like
sell your 360 now, dude.
But the thing is,
Right.
I kept my 360. I still have it. It's because I'm a collector of consoles and like old things. So I kept my 360 because it's one of those old first Assassin's Creed Special Edition ones.
She has the Nintendo NES.
No, my aunt has it.
Oh.
I think I need to grab that from her because it's technically hers. She just allowed us to borrow it, but I'm the only one who really played it. So anyway, that backwards compatibility I feel like is a great move because they're getting all of the older players of the 360 to finally move over to the One.
Well, see, that's one thing that really helped Microsoft's like case for this year to actually be considered even closer to running for the King of the Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I sell games and game accessories.
It's really great that they're doing that. I mean, PlayStation is going to be having the PlayStation Now thing, but it won't be the same.
Hey guys. Shots were fired on the Xbox E3 conference. I don't know if anyone heard it in this besides like a couple of people in here, but he legit said an Xbox won't make you have to pay to play the games you already have.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
heard
love that.
I was
I
like,
thought that
shots
was cute.
fired.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
I
That's
actually made a note of it at my notes for this one.
Shots were fired.
Shots are always being fired.
Yeah, they are.
Well, I mean, considering that Sony like rubbed their face in the dirt like the last several E3s, I think they had it coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, I may not be the biggest Microsoft fan or Xbox fan, but I will say that this year I'm proud of Microsoft for stepping up their game and giving a really solid conference.
They really did.
The only thing I didn't really care for in their conference was friggin' what was it called? Notes.
Drop the car from the ceiling.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Forza.
What?
The GT. Oh my god, that was a beautiful, beautiful car.
Okay.
I was tweeting at people who were at the conference saying, "Please steal me this car. Like, please do GTA, do GTA on this, and just steal me that car, because it's so beautiful."
Yeah. They were doing this thing for the Forza game coming out, the car game,
Mm-hmm.
and they brought down a really beautiful car that Nikki just described, and I was like, what? Wait.
It's a beautiful, like,
This is not an
blue,
auto sword. This is a game
like
so.
blue with silver tinting, Ford GT, I believe was what it was.
I don't car, so maybe.
And it was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
On a side note, Forza had some really damn clean graphics.
Yeah, it did.
That was some crisp.
I thought it
clean-
was GTA while they were playing it because I wasn't paying attention. Like, I thought it was the new GTA game.
I actually went and got my burger when that was going on because I didn't really care about Forza.
Because I was like, oh, like, they kept saying it was Forza, but I wasn't paying attention because, hey, they dropped a beautiful car in the middle of the showroom, and I'm still, like, obsessed with that car.
You're sitting there salivating like, I want it.
Yes, like, so I'm not paying attention to what game they're introducing. I'm too busy, like, trying to get people to steal me this car.
Yeah.
That's one way to do it.
Someone's been playing way too much GTA.
Yeah. Okay.
Not denying it. Not denying it.
Like, I wish y'all could see, like, my hand motions, because I just made, like, a stop motion. Like, you know, like that really sassy, like, stop right there.
Oh, no, you didn't.
Nuh-uh.
Like that really sassy stop, but then it's like, I'm not denying it either. So anyway,
Great.
they're, like, introducing this game, but I'm not paying attention because there's this car. But I know they said it 60 times because, like, I could
Forza.
hear them saying the game Forza. It's just that it wasn't comprehending. And then they started playing the game. The game had such beautiful graphics where, like, I couldn't tell if it was, like, I was watching a movie or watching somebody play a game. I don't know what was going on, but there was beautiful cars and I was just there. I was along for the ride.
Quite literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, how about that new Xbox One Elite controller?
I was gonna mention that earlier, but we kind of couldn't get to it.
Does anyone love me? Does anyone love me enough to buy me that controller?
No.
It does look really cool. I'm not denying it.
It's so
See, when they
sexy.
first started talking about it, I was like, whoop-dee-doo, why do I care? And then I started seeing, like, all the customizable parts. I was like, well, that's actually kind of cool.
It's thing is, they really know their market because everyone's been buying, like, the controller shop, like, from the controller shop and Scruff Gaming, where they are customizable controllers with paddles, and you get to have your own paint on it. And I actually have my own controller shop Xbox controller, and I love it because it's customized and you can tell which controller is mine. Because it's mine, and I'm very particular about my controller because people break controllers, and I'm like, don't you dare touch mine.
You're like the kid in the 90s that was like, here's this shitty knockoff controller. I got the good one. I'm player one.
Right.
Yes, I am that kid.
You're
I am
player
not
2.
denying.
Here's the Mad Catz controller.
Oh god.
Here's the rip-off N64 controller that does not have the other sides to it. Here, I don't like it. That's you. You're player 4.
You play.
Coming from someone who's okay, I'm in. It got really quiet. Coming from someone who's like really into like Street Fighter and stuff, I wish I had a controller like that to customize to be more like an arcade stick, so I could do combos easier.
Yeah.
But I don't have an Xbox, sadly. That would be the only reason I would customize a controller really, is to do the combos easier in like Street Fighter or Dead or Alive.
I was gonna say you can always go to the controller shop. They also do PS4 and PS3 controllers, I believe.
I will consider it.
They have custom controllers, and I love them. They're the most
I will-
beautiful company.
I will consider getting one when Street Fighter V comes out. Oh, too soon?
Terrible.
Can we talk about Half-Life 3 that was announced?
Electric Boogaloo?
What about that Portal 3, guys?
I really wish there'd be a Portal 3. I want one so bad. Portal's
I've
never actually
my
played
favorite.
Portal
I'm
at
waiting.
all.
Wait.
I'm waiting for Valve to like show up at the very, very end of E3 and go, "Hey guys, what's up? I'm Gabe Newell."
Gabe
And then
like
just right behind him is just a number giant fucking 3.
Okay,
Every
guys.
3, like all of them.
no, Gabe Newell just busts through the door, says "Wait!" right as they're ending it, and drunkenly stumbles on stage, is like, and holds up 3 fingers, like, "I have something to say."
And then he croaks. Sorry, was that too Jar Jar Martin for y'all?
That is bad, sir, and you should feel bad.
You should
Anyway.
feel very bad.
What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Goddamn Martin.
Jeez, Rizwan, jeez.
Oh, hey, we can talk about independent developers, because that's actually a really cool thing I'm really proud of Xbox for.
Oh yeah.
So, I don't know too much about the independent developers thing for gaming consoles. I know a little bit about like the Steam and PC gaming, because that's a lot more tangible for me given where I come from, but I was actually really into some of the games they had like listed from the independent developers, like Tacoma.
Mhm.
I don't know too much about it, but it's on Space Station. It looked pretty exciting.
Oh, those are from the creators of DayZ.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play the alpha for 6 years of this game.
Mhm. Like Tacoma looked really cool. I was really into that. And then also Tiger and Squid is the most adorable game I've ever seen in my life. I don't know if you guys know Tiger and Squid are. Do y'all?
Tiger and Squid?
Yeah.
I
So-
do Kid or Squid.
Yeah.
I'm a kid
Apparently,
now, I'm
it's about a
squid now.
blind girl who traverses the world by,
Oh,
like,
never mind. I got the wrong game. Ion is
Ion's
DayZ.
later on in this list I have.
Yeah.
But it's really adorable. Like, it's a blind girl, and she's trying to be really cute, and she is cute, and I don't actually know what the game's about except that she was blind and it's adorable.
She's blind and she's trying to traverse life, being blind. So, the game is all about her going through life being blind and trying to figure out what things are.
But see,
That's pretty
that
much
was
what they
really cool
described
because
it.
then it gives like encouragement for like the blind kids out there
Mhm.
who I guess they can't play. God damn it.
It depends on their blindness. I had a dude who I shared a class with who was legally blind and he could still see, but only if he had like a giant magnifying glass.
Okay. I feel more bad about this than I did about the Gabe Newell comment.
Yeah, you're tasteless, dude.
So anyway,
And then
back to
Cuphead.
games.
Cuphead was amazing.
Back to games.
It's a Cuphead.
We're not going to talk about Cersei Lannister and featuring Ferngully, okay?
Okay. Cuphead though. It's a 1930s cartoon meets video game thing where they have like the animation style from 1930,
No, I know.
but they had like a
It looked-
really badass game for it. I was like, oh my god, I want to play this game so badly.
That looked really cool. It looked like I was like, I want to play that so I could feel like I'm in an old Mickey Mouse cartoon, because that's what it felt like to me.
Yeah. This for me was like the final turning point of like awesomeness for the Microsoft conference, because that was where things like were really awesome for me. And then like they bring out this really cool thing like where gamers can actually subscribe to something they call Xbox Game Preview, where they let players play games in development and actually dictate ideas that they can possibly implement in later editions of the game before it comes like full release. And they get an option to like put like a down payment on the game or something, which I like.
Like, kind of like pre-order.
Yeah.
It's like Steam Early Access, because Steam has a very similar service where you can pay for early access previews of the game and then play it and
Yeah.
then give feedback.
Yeah.
I totally don't see anything wrong with this happening at all.
Well, there are some problems happening with early access on Steam right now, so it's a little alarming to see it come to Xbox. It done right, it could be a very, very good thing, but there are some people out there that will abuse the system.
Like
Well,
I said, I can't wait to play the same game that the creators of DayZ did. Like, I think it's Ion. I can't wait to play the Ion alpha for 6 years.
Is that the one where like you're exploring all the space and all that?
Yeah, I think that's what that one is.
It's
is
basically
the
a space
space.
explorative MMO.
Yeah, basically, no, it's basically the same thing as DayZ, but in space.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much what it is. And DayZ, it's been, that's just bad. So, I love that game. That game was my baby, but now I've given up on it, and yeah.
You put it up for adoption?
No.
But for tough.
I was gonna say, that's pretty tasteless, Riz.
So we talked about Rare, we talked about the new controller, we talked about Forza, we talked about the Recore game, we talked a little bit about Halo 5, and the backwards compatibility.
We can go back to Halo 5 because I can rant on that.
Yeah, I actually count we have 2 more topics to go over in this press conference from my list.
I have 3.
Can I just say that the people who make Halo now are really, really trying to get Bungie's attention because they named their game Halo 5 Guardians, and the names of the heroes in Destiny, which is Bungie's new baby, called Guardians. Just putting that out there. That's a little much of a coincidence.
I would have called it a coincidence with RTX though, because the security is called Guardians.
I was gonna say that's a coincidence about everything because of the fact of just thing is, I don't think 343 and Bungie really have this big falling out that everyone thinks they have.
But drama.
Because
gotta get those internet likes.
Gotta
speculate.
I was going to say, because whenever I was at RTX and I was sitting there on the Halo 2 anniversary stuff, because oh my god, that was beautiful. They seemed like they pretty much told us all about the Halo 5, and the thing is, Destiny was also in the works at this point. So it was like 2 games were in the works at the same time, type thing. So there's no way of knowing if they copied or anything, you know?
Oh yeah, I'm just making a smart remark. I wasn't really intending anything, but...
No, I understand. It's just... I guess I'm more of like, both companies are my babies, and I hate it that people pit my babies against each other. Because people are serious about that. Fight, kiss.
I mean, I love the earlier Halos because of what Bungie did, and like, Bungie really like brought people together to play cooperative or even against each other, like shooting games. I mean, we had those sort of things for GoldenEye, but Halo really kind of brought it more together and kind of got the ball rolling. So Bungie's always going to have, like, I think, a place in the gaming industry in some way. Their gunplay on Destiny was amazing. I played that game like every day for hours, for days, months even. I mean, I don't really play Destiny anymore, but
I still play Destiny.
It's a little
Like,
sad that
hours,
Bungie
days.
doesn't really have Halo anymore, but they're doing really well with Destiny. They have a good player base, so I'm really proud of them for that. And they know how to make good first-person shooter games.
Yeah. I was more waiting to do Halo 5 last because that's like the biggest news to me.
Well,
Because,
I have bigger needs than that for this one, so fight me.
The last other 2 things that I really wanted to talk about were more like gloss over, because I'm not too big of a Tom Clancy fan, but those games look beautiful and make me want to play them.
Oh, I didn't consider it as like a topic to talk about right now.
Oh, well, they're beautiful, and you should play them. That's all we're going to talk about, apparently.
Yeah.
Well, I
Oh.
find it interesting on the website for Rainbow Six Siege. It basically says, "Yeah, we're a hostage simulator."
That's pretty
Pretty
much what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, and I'm glad that they're not even, like, gonna try to hide that.
Well, according to my husband, who's in the military, the people who make the Tom Clancy games and the Rainbow Six games, they actually work on like military simulators for like basic training and things like that. They actually go through like hostage situation simulators and things like that with their game engines. So it does not surprise me.
Oh, it doesn't surprise me either. I mean, like, SOCOM was commissioned by the Navy SEALs, to get made. So, and the military actually uses a lot of game companies for recruitment purposes too.
I was gonna say Arma is another big example of military simulators and such. Arma 3.
Which is really cool that they work together like that to bring
Military.
experiences to the military.
Yeah. So the other thing I want to talk about, because I am avoiding Halo 5 right now, and I can have a big rant at the end because I love my Halo 5. And I can go about that forever.
Tears of War Ultimate Edition.
Minecraft, the
Oh.
new HoloLens in Minecraft.
I was trying to say that for last because that's more impressive to me than Halo 5.
Well, you know what?
Shots fired.
You know what? Can you go on about the HoloLens for hours?
No.
Okay then. I can go on about Halo 5 for hours.
I can just say how much my mind was blown by Minecraft HoloLens. Like literally, hang on. So I was taking notes during the press conference. You know, it's all like nice and orderly and like really well done. And then I did my Minecraft HoloLens. I'm like, I was like mind blown. Bullet 1, bullet 2, mind still blown. Bullet 3, what? Bullet 4, put this crap on StarCraft 2. These are actual notes I had for the game because that's all I could say.
I was gonna say
Legit.
I was gonna say it's not that impressive to me. Honestly. Okay. I knew this was. I guess it's because I knew this was coming, and I've saw this from so far away, and I knew Minecraft was gonna be one of the first games to get it, cause, oh my god, obvious.
It's Minecraft.
Well, they did actually play with Minecraft type things a little bit at the Microsoft Tech show that happened a few months back with the HoloLens, and that was when they first revealed it. So it does not surprise me either that they used Minecraft to more demonstrate its abilities. Personally, myself, I like Minecraft, but I feel like it's kind of overstayed its welcome a little bit. I've seen too much of Minecraft. I've played too much of Minecraft. I'm a little Minecrafted out, but
That's
yeah.
I have the same thing. And the thing is, it just, to me, the HoloLens introduces this new god type structure to Minecraft that I don't particularly like. It's like all these people can just mess up your game or do this and that depending on the thing, because the way they showed it, it seems like the friends on the HoloLens don't really get to do like more of the player things. They do more of like the god type things where they help you do things and stuff. I don't know if anyone else got that feel, but it seems like it's more of like this omniscient.
Omniscient.
Yeah, that's the word. It's more like that kind of being rather than a actual player. And I don't know, like, I've just never personally liked that type of thing. I just don't know about, like, and it has nothing to do about anything else. I just don't like that kind of gameplay because I'm like, that's kind of OP, I guess. And I just. And for Minecraft, I feel like if I create the world, I should have that, not the people having the HoloLens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just because the way they introduced it that it just kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
Like, it's cool. It's cool to see it, like, all that. But I feel like they could have chosen a different route to display.
StarCraft 2. Warcraft
Yeah,
3. Any RTS, really.
I doubt that, sadly.
I mean, that'd be the best way to show strategy, though.
They could have done, like, put it, like, in Halo or something. Immerse you in the game.
Yeah. It could have been Cortana.
Right. Like, you could have had a real Cortana.
Hey, guys. Halo
What?
5.
Exactly. Now we can talk about Halo 5. Halo 5, Halo 5, Halo 5.
Addict.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
gonna sit back now.
As someone-
and-
As someone who started the Halo trend on Halo 4, but like I've picked it up and put it down 5,000 times, like because my friend introduced me to Halo in 2008. So I don't know which Halo game that was, but I played that one. That came out more around like 2007, 2008, and I put it
that
down.
was probably Halo 3. It was probably
Okay.
Halo 3, yeah. Because I remember playing it around that time in high school, so.
I don't know. Yeah, it's around that. I think I played Halo 2 and then she got Halo 3 and I played that. I don't know. Her dad and her were really big Halo fans. So I got introduced to that, and she also introduced me to Red vs. Blue, but that's a different story. So I picked it up, put it down because I just didn't like it, and she was boss and she just killed me all the time, and I was like, I'm not about this life.
That was me.
So then I picked it back up again with one of my previous relationships. I picked it up again because he really liked it, and I was like, I really just kind of don't like it. But then he introduced me to the Halo strategy game, Halo Wars, which is the best, best game. So that happened. I played that up forever, but then I really didn't get into Halo until like Halo 4. So, and then Halo 5 just makes everything better because of just everything. The story's great. I can't wait to play with my 4 friends, my 4 non-existent friends, because I have no friends, to go find Master Chief instead of playing Master Chief. Which is the greatest thing to me, because I don't know, I feel like Master Chief is overplayed a lot now, and I really enjoyed the Halo games that did not center around the Chief and John. So we have this whole motif of these 4 other Spartans, which I have to say, if you read into the Spartan 4's backgrounds, they're amazing. They're beautiful, beautiful people. Nathan Fillion's one of those 4 Spartans, obviously. As we talked about earlier. But that gameplay is so beautiful. The only thing I can say is I really didn't like the multiplayer whenever I played the beta. It felt a little Call of Duty-ish, but from what they were showing, it seems a little bit more Halo now. And I don't know if it was just because of the beta and people were like, this feels too much like Call of Duty, and then they finally stepped up the game to make it feel like Halo, or I don't know what they did, but I don't know, it just seems good.
That's good. Because I think I was hearing a couple similar complaints like that at work.
Yeah. And I hope that they bring back some of the Halo stuff like they did in Halo 2, the Master Chief Collection, Halo 2 Anniversary. A lot of the old multiplayer stuff where you have like the Gun Goose stuff and King of the Hill and stuff. I really like a lot of those things, and I hope they can bring them back. And I hope they have the same like type of multiplayer that Halo 4 had, where you have all these special add-ons that kind of like are kind of like Destiny. Like, because to me, Halo 4 and Destiny feel like the same game. I don't know. Like, same multiplayer experience. Like, it just feels the same to me.
It is made by Bungie.
But Destiny has more magics.
Different storyline. That's more of a storyline for me. But I was just saying, like, for the abilities and stuff. Like you have the specialized abilities and you have
Oh,
specialized tracks of what you do. Like how Destiny you have Titan Striker or Titan Defender,
Yeah.
and you in Halo 4 you pretty much have the same type of stuff. So yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
I feel like I'm the only one like who's excited for this game. And like I love the storyline for Halo and I can't wait to see the storyline for Halo and I don't want to ruin it for like anyone cuz I know exactly where the story's going and I don't want to spoiler it cuz I know
So did you enjoy the movie that they came out with? I can't remember what it's called, but they
Fallen of Dawn.
Yeah.
I actually haven't watched it yet. I haven't watched the Halo Legends either. I did watch Halo Nightfall. Halo Nightfall is actually where John Locke comes. Like, I don't think he came from there, but it shows a little bit of his backstory, which is the reason why I fell in love with him. And that's the reason why if we get to choose either to kill Chief and side with Locke or not kill Chief, side with Locke, I'm just gonna be Locke. Like I don't know about anyone else. I'm just gonna be John Locke. And I might kill the Master Chief. If we get that choice, I'm gonna kill the Master Chief. Sorry. Rip. Goodbye, John. Rip.
That's a lot of anger and hostility.
Like, I think we should name this podcast Rip Master Chief.
Oh my god, a lot of people would click it and then get mad. And then click out.
Exactly. They would get to, like, where's the part where they talk about Master Chief dying, and then they're gonna go like, oh, it's at the very end.
No,
When
no
she's
troll.
like-
No troll.
Like, okay. But it also seems like
Sorry.
you're not going to be able to play Master Chief either in this game. Like, it feels like more of he's going to be an NPC. And I don't know if it's just because of the gameplay they just showed, and, like, the trailers are just alluding to the fact you're not playing Chief, or, like, I just don't know. It feels like you might play Chief at the same time, but I just don't know.
Well, I thought it was like based off of like the trailers because I haven't seen any of the gameplay. Based off the trailers, I thought you could pick between Locke and Master Chief.
Yeah, that's the reason why I'm hesitant to say we might not be able to play as Chief because the trailers are hinting toward it, but the gameplay, all we saw were the gameplays of trying to go find Chief.
Well, they might pull a switcheroo because, like, they did with Metal Gear Solid 3, where they showed Snake in a lot of trailers, but then it ended up being Raiden instead. They might do that.
Yeah.
They might troll, like Hideo Kojima did with Metal Gear Solid 3.
Well, if they decide to troll and show me like gameplay of you being able to play with 4 like NPCs and being able to like do that, but instead you play the Chief, I think I'm just gonna quit Halo. Like, I will quit Halo. And I've been so big into this Halo franchise right now. I even have like my own original character for the Halo universe, and you're gonna be losing.
You heard it
major
here
Halo
first,
fan.
folks. If they pull a switcheroo, Nikki's done.
Nikki will kill everything.
Oh no, Nikki rage.
Like,
Nikki smash.
I'm a small little white girl that's
You're gonna
like
turn
5'2", but I will go kill everything. Like,
gonna
this is
turn
a
green.
statement. Fallout will happen. Fallout 4, it's going to happen. You won't need to play the game. It will just be there happening.
Oh lord. If you have nukes, but you probably don't. Hopefully.
You don't know that.
I was gonna say,
Hopefully.
there are things that my fiance is not allowed to tell me for national security. So
Okay, then.
I don't know
Let's-
about this.
Let's just leave it at that. Let's just leave it at that.
So yes, RIP Master Chief. That should be the ending thing, is RIP Master Chief.
I think that's a good title. I'll go with it probably. I don't know.
Yes, RIP Master Chief.
What do y'all think?
Sure, go for it.
RIP the Master Chief.
Oh my god, so much troll. I did not suggest this, by the way. Anyone who's listening, I did not suggest this.
We'll blame Nikki and be done with it.
Okay.
Blame
Well,
the mascot.
Blame.
Nikki's
Go to
at this rate. At this rate, Nikki's not gonna come back.
Oh no, she'll come back. Everyone, go to Facebook, find Aqua Cosplay Girl and give her a lot of hate if you don't like the title.
Good. I love your hate. I drink your hate.
Remember,
All these
Aqua
delicious tears.
Cosplay Girl.
Yummy, these delicious tears.
Yum.
It's like Cartman in South Park. Oh, these tears, they're delicious.
I was actually
So-
gonna cosplay Cartman.
Oh dear.
Just because I could be mean and no one would care.
Alright.
I think we've hit the tangent part of our podcast, and this is the part where me and Anthony don't like.
To recap, we have talked
Yeah.
about everything Xbox
Pretty
has
much.
done and debated certain things that Xbox has done. And that's about it. Like, we talked about the controller, we talked about Halo 5, Nikki's favorite part. We talked about all the different stuff they're doing with female protagonists. That's really cool.
Yay, feminism.
Yay! Minecraft HoloLens. We didn't talk about Gears of War, but
Okay, hang on.
Rip Gears of War.
One sentence will answer your question. Gears of War Ultimate Edition, the franchise is back. Go buy the game if you like Gears of War, whatever, 1 and 2, and you'll like this one too. The end.
I have honestly not played Gears of War. I might give it a try.
My
Just
friend
try.
played.
But when I see the trailers, though, I'm just like, maybe I'll play it, maybe I won't.
Who knows?
Who knows? The world will never know.
Indeed.
Alright.
But as far as it's concerned, we are E3Cast, and if you liked our video podcast and you want to see more, check out our. We're gonna be doing EA and Ubisoft. We're gonna be doing Sony. We'll be doing Nintendo and Square Enix and whatever
Listen.
else comes out.
We forgot Bethesda.
Well, okay, that's how you pronounce it. I call it Blissinda.
What?
Oh my god. It's Bethesda.
We'll also do Bethesda at some point this week. So stay tuned and remember.
Don't do
Ooh,
drugs.
Yes.
can we shout
Rip
out our
Master Chief.
can we shout out our Twitter handles, please?
Oh yeah, because
Fine.
I'll be live tweeting everything I watch.
Yes, I live tweeted the Sony conference. I'm at Space Kunoichi, as in the female ninjas from Naruto. Space Kunoichi. I'll have Riz put it in the description so you can
What
go
again?
check it out. Space Kunoichi. You're following me on Twitter, dude.
She also follows me, so
Yeah.
you can follow at Awkward Cause Girl, and you'll find her through me. We'll
And
probably be
also, if
talking.
you want some live tweeting from me, at CMD_Drake.
Anthony, do you have a Twitter?
Yes, I do.
Do you tweet on it?
I've done a lot.
Alright.
Just check me up on Anton Davis 32. Easy as that.
And I will probably, if I can remember, do some live tweeting at Zabriel.
Alright.
Oh, do you want to announce the thingy, or do you want to wait?
What thingy?
The thingy that you and I are going to be doing.
We'll do that later.
Okay, we'll do that later.
Teasing. Ooh.
Next time on E3Cast.
Hey you! Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos. You can also check out Anime Secrets on Twitter, Tumblr, and Facebook. Do you want more than that? I know you do. Then go to our website where you can see daily updates and articles and exclusive interviews.